Today's a wonderful day. Today is the commission ceremony for our founding police chief for UT Rio Grande Valley Police Department.
We are delighted to be having this commissioning ceremony today for Raul Munguia, who I believe had managed to get 3 days of retirement before we put him into the job. So we are delighted that Raul Munguia has joined us as Chief of Police. Safety and security is at the forefront of UTRGV, and we want to ensure the safety and security of our students, our staff, and our community. And so this is a critical moment for us as well.
So we come together on this exceptional day when UTRGV is manifested in its new police department, led by its new chief of police. And for those of you who don't know the UT system police well, perhaps a bit of historical context frames this terrific day for all of you. This is an agency that has existed for almost 50 years. We're proud of our opportunity over those near 50 years to graduate 2,000 cadets from our police academy in Austin, Texas, to provide services every day to protect the lives of 330,000 educators, staff, and students, and tens of thousands of visitors at all 15 institutions. Our officers who enjoy statewide authority as peace officers come to this job and to this role with a sense of commitment that in my 40 years in law enforcement, I've never seen. Because they understand deep in their heart, as does our leadership, as does Chief Munguia. And in Chief Munguia, we have the new leader for UTRGV Police Department. We searched long and hard. This was no small task. It was a rigorous process, and it demanded that we find a candidate who manifested all that was going to be right about this new leadership role. And we looked for a long time, and we found Raul. So as we bring together the police department at the University of Texas Pan American and the police department at the University of Texas at Brownsville, we now have an amalgamation of committed police officers with a single exclusive mission, a singular commitment to excellence, integrity, and initiative, officers who engage in principled decision-making and ethical behavior, and we entrust them to Chief Munguia. I, state your name.
I, Raul Munguia,
do solemnly swear or affirm
solemnly swear or affirm
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office of peace officer
the duties of the office of peace officer
of the University of Texas System Police,
of the University of Texas System Police,
and will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and the laws of the United States
and the laws of the United States
and of the state of Texas.
and the state of Texas.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, my friend.
As we move forward for a launching of this new university on September the 1st, and also the launching of a new police department, I am humbled and just overwhelmed by the ability to lead this new police department, to be chosen to lead this new police department. And this opportunity would not have come about without support from my family, and I think you've met my mother. My sister's here, Belinda, and she tries to claim that she taught me fighting skills when we were growing up. And my fiance, Cindy. Also, there's also the other support that you get, and you get from, as you come through the profession. And as most of you know, I came from the police department after doing a little over 30 years there. One of the things there that was very refreshing is when the city hired Chief Art Acevedo. And one of the things he wanted to do is to prepare his executive staff to be able to do this, to be hired by other police departments to farm out the talent that he was developing there in the Austin Police Department. So it's one of the things I want to thank Chief Acevedo for helping develop me and creating this opportunity so I could effectively compete for a position such as this. The other piece is you don't get here on your own. You know, you have to work with other personnel, with friends that you develop. Here, you know, we have Chief Sean Mannix that helped mentor me going to the police department, and as I was selected for an assistant chief. 'Cause one of the things here was that initially I did not want to be an assistant chief, and Chief Acevedo actually approached me and brought me up and actually convinced me to do it. And I'm going to have to admit he was right, and it was the right direction for me to go in. As we move forward with this new police department, I do want to do the same thing that Chief Acevedo has done, is actually form the leadership for the University of Texas RGV Police Department, and to be able to promote from within and develop our personnel. That way they can also do what I have done. So I do appreciate the warmness that I have felt in coming to Harlingen, and it's going to be easy to call this home now. So I do thank you, and thank you for being here.